Hi, I'm Sophie, and welcome to my world. Today, we're going to make a craft that uses my favorite craft supply, the toilet paper tube. It's small but mighty. And today, what we're going to be making with our toilet paper tube is a party popper. Here's some examples of party poppers that I have made. Now, I don't want you to get nervous about this craft because it doesn't need to be used for a party. When I was a kid, one of the greatest things that my mom used to do to me until I got to be a teenager and I was embarrassed by it, she used to take these and put little notes inside of them. Good luck on your test today. I'm thinking about you. You really looked cute today in your overalls. Whatever it was always a little something that I'd pull out of my lunch, and here would be this little party popper, and I'd open it up, and it was just a really sweet treat that made my day extra special. Now, what we're going to be making today is actually something that you could use as a goodie gift to give away at the end of a party, or you could use it as a favor if you had a wedding or if you had a bat mitzvah or something like that. And they're really, really easy to make, and you can personalize them any way you want. To make them, all you're going to need is a few items. You're going to need a toilet paper tube, of course. You're going to need some little items that you can put inside it. It can be candy, it can be little trinkets, it can be little toys, or if you want to do like my mom did, little notes. You're also going to need a glue stick or tape. It's up to you whichever one you want to use. Both are fine. And a pair of scissors. And that's about it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my toilet paper tube and I'm going to measure the paper, the tissue paper. Did I say you need tissue paper? You need tissue paper. Sorry about that. So what you're going to do is you're going to measure here 1, 2, 3 toilet paper tube lengths, just like that. And I'm just going to snip it right here because there's really no need for me to mark it with a pen. Now, if you're using tissue paper, you're going to want to use the whole sheet. But if you're using just regular paper, like wrapping paper or Mylar or something like that, you're not going to want to use a whole full sheet because it's going to get too bulky. So what I like to do is I actually am going to make a little teeny tiny cut right here, and I'm going to roll twice. So here's my cut, so I'm going to roll once, boop, there's my cut, roll twice, boop, there's my cut. So that would be the amount of paper that I would use. But because this is tissue paper, I'm going to use the whole sheet. So I'm just going to cut this just like this, all the way up. Boop, 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 boop. Just like that. And put this off to the side. And now I'm going to measure in 1 toilet paper tube length, and I'm going to place that right there. I'm going to make another little tiny cut. This is going to tell me where I'm going to start my roll. Okay, now if you're going to put trinkets and toys and candies inside, you're going to need to create a stopper just for the filling purposes and rolling purposes. So what I've got here is I've just got paper napkin, and I'm going to roll it over, fold it over just like that to make a stopper. I'm going to make sure that that fits. I'm going to make it a little bit fatter because you want this to hold your little trinkets nice and in place here. Now this part of it I'm going to twist for nice, easy pulling out at the end. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there like that. See, that makes a nice little stopper. Now I'm going to fill with candies. I've got some chocolate coins and some little chocolates, some little Starbursts, and I'm going to put a little toy in there. A couple little toys. It's always fun. Ooh, a little eraser, just like that. So now my tube is filled. Now I'm going to go about making it pretty. So I'm going to take my glue stick, and I'm just going to put a layer of glue right here on the top. And I'm going to find that little cut that I had, line it up with the edge, and push my teddy bear back in. And now I'm just going to start rolling. You might want to keep your fingers here to make sure that those little trinkets don't fall out in the beginning there. There we go. Now I'm just going to roll, 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 roll. Don't worry if it goes a little crooked, but if it does, just straighten her up. Keep going, roll, 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 all the way to the end, just like that. And now you can either use your glue stick or your tape, and just put a little piece of tape or glue it, just like that. Now, you've got your plug on this side, so now I can turn this upside down like that, and all my goodies are going to fall back down in there. Here's how you seal your popper. Squeeze it here, give it a twist, Easy peasy, lemon breezy, done. Now, remember your stopper? Pull that out, give her a twist, and you have got yourself one party popper. Now, if you want to make it pretty, just give yourself little cuts like this, very simply with your scissors, nice and cute, just like that, and that makes it nice and frondy. And if you want to, you can put a pretty wrapper around here. One of the things that I found works really well is I had these little candy bags, these little plastic candy bags, and what I did was I just cut them, cut a little section off, just like that, cut it open with my glue stick. I can place it right on here like this, roll it once, and just cut the extra off right like that. Glue stick it again here on my plastic. What's great about this glue stick is it dries clear. You won't even see it. And there you go. You've got your pretty party popper. Now, if you want to go even one step further, you can make some labels on the computer, and you can personalize it with a little thanks for coming to my party, and just put that on party paper popper right there, like that. And then you've gotten yourself a nice little giveaway. And it doesn't cost you very much money. And you know, everybody's always excited about getting something that pops open and little treats fall out. So take a look at what you've got in your pantry or in your cabinets, because you can make them out of just about everything. This one is made, believe it or not, from a Mylar balloon that it popped, and so I just trimmed it and used the Mylar. Now, for the Mylar, what I did have to do is I did have to actually tie the ends shut. So I used a little bit of curling ribbon here. And this one, I just used some wrapping paper to make my little go around. And this one is, believe it or not, a paper napkin that was left over from a birthday party. I had way too many of them, and so I turned it into a I'm Wild About You party popper. I think that would work really well for a safari party. And then you can also use, if you want something that's a little more au naturel, some fabric. And here again, what I used was a little rubber band to rubber band the ends, and then I used a pretty ribbon to tie it off, and that gives you a bit more of a natural kind of feel. I mean, you can really make it with anything. I can't wait to see what you will create. For more of these kind of ideas that are popping with goodness, come on over to Sophie-World.com.